Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to part 3 or session 7 of the Bastard Smalls. We're making progress. Let's continue.
Okay. So it takes a bit, but you get from the edge of town to the edge of the forest. And once he points it out to you, you can see that there are some trees that have been very heavily marked and clawed at the edge of the forest. And then he kind of pointed a second and the third location further down and said, "You see how the wolves like to claim their trees and mark their paths? If you look carefully, you can go up and down this forest and find several places like this. But every now and then, when I come out here about the time we expect the wolves, I can kind of see I can kind of see the wolves looking out from behind this part right here."
She's looking. She's following him very intently.
And I'll tell you this about the surrounding forest. It's not quite as dense as you might think. It's pretty dense, don't get me wrong. But once you get through the forest, it's only about 300 feet to the other side of the forest. Then it kind of gets all rocky and kind of mountain range. Now, if I had my guess, the wolves wouldn't actually be in the forest most of the time. They'd be on the other side of it, using the forest for a lot of cover. But then again, I'm just an old man, so I may not know my ass from a hole in the ground sometimes. But if I were a betting man, I'd say you'd want to get through this forest and kind of be careful of patrols.
With age comes experience.
Anybody have a compass?
I got
Do
my
I have a
nose.
compass?
The fastest way out of this forest, keep to as due north as possible, and you'll get to the other side.
Gotcha. Also, I
am-
think. Yeah, forest is my chosen terrain, so.
I am a bird. I have an inbuilt compass.
I got
You
my
say
nose.
so. Alright, I told you what you need to know. I'm going back to go sit down, maybe have a tankard of ale, maybe get myself one of those pies.
Pie.
It's about dinner time around here.
Guess who hasn't eaten today?
Wishing you folks luck.
Dude.
Glad I ate before this.
I had a pickle and a granola bar that tasted like the basement.
I had chicken. So.
I am convinced certain people like the basement now.
You mean you
So-
haven't?
No! Because I have sense!
And
So
moving along.
So Coral, moving on.
Coral decided to just starts walking back after he says, "I wish you guys luck," and he starts just kind of walking back with the help of his stick to get back to the tavern. So now what do you do?
Tiny's waiting
Well-
until he's basically he's sure he's safely away from the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
And what's Tiny doing?
He's
cutting out.
God damn it. He's waiting, just keeping a watchful eye over the old man until he's what he's deemed safe distance away from the forest line.
He makes it there, no problem.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to him.
Mm.
You cannot see the town from here because it is a good few paces away. You did pass by a few flocks of sheep and stuff, which kind of makes you think that yeah, the wolves come out here because it's a short dash to the sheep fields.
Hmm.
But he has been marked about being watched from the wood line by the wolves.
Yep.
So it's. Teddy was a bit concerned about letting him go off without an escort.
Okay. But yeah, you see him walk in the distance towards town, and he disappears over a hill.
No random screaming, no Wilhelm scream or anything like that.
Nope.
If it was a Wilhelm scream followed by "These bloody sheep are killing me!"
And give me a perception check.
Okay. Give me a sec, because everything's going off at once. 20. Unnatural.
You
12.
notice that the forest is again dead quiet.
They're coming back.
Actually, you think it's because you're here.
Oh.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be away from keyboard for a sec. Be right back.
Okay.
I draw my greatsword that leaves this scabbard with a ting, and just
You gotta have a sword that goes ting.
yes,
Mm.
and just well, again, move it again, just progress forward with the flat of it resting against my shoulder.
Magpie
everybody-
decides she'll take the lead because this is her chosen territory,
Okay.
so
Mhm.
she can navigate the forest a little better than most.
Hmm.
So, do you want to go ahead and give me a marching order with Magpie in front?
Tiny shall take second.
Ethan is so doing this on purpose because of Magpie's crush.
Not really small. Okay, so
Who's in the back?
I feel like it would have to be Pudding just because he's a stronger. I almost kind of feel like we have to have Aramnace in the middle because squishy cleric.
Usually
Alright,
Magpie
and
would-
he's in the middle then.
Usually Magpie would be in the back simply because Ranger, but because this is like a navigation thing more than anything else.
Mm.
So I've got Yuki. So I've got Magpie, then Tiny, then Ernace, and Yuki, then Diablo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diablos were watching the rear.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to be, but that's kind of where the group decided to put you.
That works. Where the hell
Okay.
did I put my phone? Because I just heard it ringing.
You want me to text you to see?
Sure.
Okay.
Are you guys going through very quietly, or are you kind of speeding through? What pace are you trying to set through this forest?
Quiet but quick, if that's possible.
Yeah. Yuki's
It's
kind of
not
staying on
stealthy.
all. Yeah.
Not stealthy.
Yuki. Yeah. Yuki's at least staying on all fours, keeping her nose to the ground just in case.
and Tiny shall be following Magpie's example.
Okay, good.
Am I supposed to say what I'm doing?
All right,
yes.
yeah, sure. Go ahead and tell me how you're walking through this forest as best you can.
I get cautiously, but like also with like a sense of like urgency or determination. I don't know how to word it, but basically, in their head, Ernest is thinking, "Okay, this time I'm gonna actually do something."
So you're determinedly striding forward.
Something like that.
Okay. So I need your leader, Magpie, to
Yes.
make a survival check.
Okay. Okay, give me a second. Let's see. 20 unnatural.
Okay. You have absolutely no problems managing to follow the to follow the wolf tracks that you managed to spot at the very beginning of this place. Cat, this is not a time for you to sit on my dice tower.
I'll be a
It's
cat
comfy.
problem.
Cats are agents of chaos.
It is not that
I'm
kind.
having a cat
sneaky
problem
right now.
too. I've been trying to keep it
on.
quiet, but my cat Butterball decided he wants to try and sit on my laptop.
That's why you get him his own laptop.
Okay, and so your first section through the woods goes by fairly uneventfully. You would estimate you're about a third of the way to the other side of the forest. That's your best estimate with that survival roll.
Okay.
And everybody make a perception check.
Perception.
Okay.
16.
That's a 4.
19.
16.
Okay, with the 19, you're fast enough to warn everybody that you hear a very deep hooting sound coming at you from the east, followed by some growling and some snapping.
We got
7.
wolves coming at us. We've got a problem.
Wait, I got this. And then Yuki just starts screaming at the top of her lungs.
Now, before you do that,
Okay.
what you can tell is that you can tell wolves are inbound, but they're chasing something. It just happens to be headed in your direction.
Is there a place we can hide, and can we tell what direction the wolves are coming from?
From the east, and you're in a dense forest.
And Magpie's a gloomstalker. I'm gonna try and hide everyone.
Okay? Stealth.
Let's see. That is 15 on the die, plus her dex, which is plus 4. So, with herself is plus 4 too. Oh wait, do Gloomstalkers get a bonus on dex? Either way, with just the basic thing, she gets. I need to look at my dice roll
Okay.
again. 19.
With that, I'll just say you beat their perception checks.
Okay, good.
So
Wow, I actually managed to hide Tiny.
yeah, amazingly, you basically managed to find a tree that had fallen over, and you managed to get everyone to hunker down flat on their stomachs behind it, as what you see is a very hurt and chewed up owlbear go crashing past you at full speed, followed by 3 wolves. And they just keep going. They pay you no attention whatsoever because they're completely focused on chasing the owlbear. But it probably would not be wise to be stuck in this exact same spot if they make a return trip.
Let's get moving, everyone, before they come back.
Okay. So, give me another survival check for part 2 of this voyage.
22.
No, it's just Magpie, since she's the leader and guiding you all through this.
Okay.
22.
Okay. Lucky for you, I did not beat any of that. I did not beat those with my rolls. So you're still able to find the main source of the marks, and you can and in some places you can still smell where the urine has been freshly marked on some of the trees. So that's a dead giveaway. You are on the right track because it's fresh. However, what you see up ahead of you is you actually see a patrol not headed towards you, but kind of headed perpendicular, going deeper into the forest away from you. But they are about 75 feet away. They're about 75 feet in front of you, and they're walking to what would be your right.
We hide again, I guess, if that's possible.
Okay, that would be a stealth check. And this time I need everyone to make one.
Okay.
I got a 21.
I got an 8.
God damn it!
Wait,
You cannot.
Are we doing another roll?
Yes, stealth.
You cannot hide the flamboyantness of this wrestler.
What are we rolling for?
Stealth.
Failing a
Stealth.
stealth check.
Technically, I have advantage. So, yeah, 21.
You will be laughing in a second. Yes, you
What
will.
were we rolling
Okay.
for?
What'd you roll?
No, what are we rolling for? I didn't
Stealth.
hear.
Stealth.
Stealth.
You're rolling stealth because there's a patrol of wolves about 75 feet away from you.
I got
10.
I got a 15.
6 wolves and not a one of them rolled over 6. They just narrowly
God.
keep going on their way, and you continue to hide with... I want to see if this happens. Now I roll high. A few bunnies pop out of their warren at your feet. Just kind of look up at you, make a bunny squeak sound, and dive back underground.
Oh, it's just precious.
And a cat comes out of nowhere and starts meowing at you.
You've read 8-bit theater, right?
Yes.
Feeling fine.
Basically. Okay.
Just looking at
now I
Okazan.
Now I need from Magpie, I need one more survival check.
20.
20? Good. And then I need everyone to make a perception check.
23.
18.
Unnatural 20.
12.
4.
It's,
Okay.
What like Diablo was just doing.
More of you passed than failed. So, as a group, you passed this. You almost reach the edge of the tree line, and Arimnes and Diablo both are about to walk through the tree line when
Whoop.
Magpie and Yuki grab them basically by the collar and pull them back, and point
What?
out some tripwires that they see running across the trees.
yoink.
Sweetheart, we got a trap.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Oh.
okay. They're hard to see. Luckily, there's enough of us that one of us will spot them at least. It's okay. It's okay. You're doing good, sweetheart.
And as you look, you can
Thank
see
you.
these tripwires go along several trees at the forest's edge.
Somebody's been busy.
Yeah, but who and why?
And
I don't
if
think
you
the wolves
look-
could do us.
And as you look, you notice that if you trip these tripwires, you would send off basically a series of small golden bells.
These are alerts. If these things went off, they would have known we're here.
But
I wonder
since you
the
can
wolves
see
could
the
heal us up.
tripwires, you can also see that you are at not exactly the same as you saw back in the original Paths and Towns, but you can see some not hastily, but some very crudely scrawled runes that kinda sorta matched the ones that were on the other side of the forest.
At one point, our sorcerer or somebody who knew the same magic as our sorcerer was here.
Perhaps the tripwire was set by him, but to what end?
And then you look and you see, basically, you see about 15 wolves kind of milling around the entrance to a cave.
Are they playing poker?
No,
Damn.
but they are cooking. One of them is using a loom.
What in Sam Hill am I looking at?
Are these
They're
actually
not using it very
werewolves?
well because it's kind of hard to use a loom with wolf paws, but they are able to do it. You also notice that further back, you can't quite see it because, again, this looks like a cave in the side of a cliff, basically, but you can see a column of smoke arising somewhere further back. The wolves, as of yet, do not look like they know you're here.
Could we
They look
meet
like
the
they're
locals?
completely unaware of you guys staring at them.
Magpie is just looking at this site and looking at everyone else like, what the fuck am I looking at?
We have a fox in the party. This
Hello.
is not that strange.
Except these wolves didn't
That's a
look
good
like.
point.
Okay, fair enough, but. So we have wolves that have a society, essentially. Stealing sheep without killing them. Are they trying to raise the sheep themselves, maybe? Same with the other livestock?
But where are the sheep and is our
If,
missing sorcerer in the cave?
That's what I'm thinking is, anything we need to find is in that cave, but we're probably going to get attacked the minute we go near the freaking cave. Because there are wolves milling about, meaning guards, basically, although very peaceful.
Hmm.
I just got a terrible idea.
Oh my.
Okay, which one of us is going to have to duct tape the fur to a tree?
Surprisingly, it doesn't involve beans this time.
Thank God.
What? Oh my god!
Who are you, and what have you done with J.K. Lantern?
Perhaps the wolves need a distraction.
What kind of distraction?
The distraction that only a strong man, such as myself, can provide.
Anyone else getting a-
Translation, I can get a really ridiculously high bonus on performance while I'm in my costume.
Anyone
Everybody
else
give
got
me an intelligence roll.
Everybody?
Everybody give me an intelligence roll.
3!
Okay, hang on.
15.
21.
16.
Okay. The 15
One
and above
sec.
here have a flash of insight that where smoke is coming out may be a way in.
I would like to point out that I got a 5.
You were distracted by outputting Diablo.
So that's just an idea that occurs to you that they've got to have if they're producing smoke that's produced from a fire, a cook fire or something like that, it has to be a chimney of some sort.
Friends, a thought comes to me. There is smoke coming down that possibly even from a chimney. Maybe if we
So you want to pull a Santa Claus and go down the chimney?
Who's
But
sorry?
if there is smoke, there is fire. I do not wish to become fried chicken.
That's a fair point, Okasan. That is the problem.
Who is Okasan?
Puddin'. Sorry, Puddin'.
Mm.
You're my.
It is still.
Fair.
Still, we can approach this from a different angle and see if there are other ways to approach this.
Not a bad idea, Tiny. But we're
Hmm.
still gonna need a distraction to get near this thing.
Sadly, your friend Tedlin gonna be here. Being a wizard, I imagine he knows many tricks that could distract.
We have a volunteer though, cause Puddin' Diablo's distracting in his own way.
Let's see here.
Yuki, what was your intelligence roll just a second ago?
16, I think it was.
Maybe your bag of tricks could be useful.
Hmm.
You got an idea, Yuki? I'm guessing the griffin is following us.
Yeah, I was about to ask, where's Muffin?
He's right behind us. Yeah, why can't I could probably use Muffin to fly over and see if there's anything we can use. Would that be allowed?
Fine, I'll use my +8 to performance some other time.
You may need it yet. Don't.
Yeah.
Short here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
'cause-
we're doing is we're probably gonna need every single idea in this. This feels like an all the ideas situation.
Yeah, because I got a bunch of ideas. Because it's like Yuki has disguise self, Yuki has invisibility, Yuki has her bag of tricks.
Yeah, we may need the bag of tricks, Yuki's performance, Okasan, Pudding Diablo's performance, Muffin flying over so Magpie can get an actual entrance point, and then climb up.
Right. Then there's also the idea of Yuki is fox. That's kind of like wolf. Maybe she go talk to them. It's
And Tiny's just considering, maybe I discard my weapons to go non-threateningly. We can parlay.
Don't use the term parlay.
Can negotiate.
Thank you. Magpie, just not that term.
Yuki also has sleep.
Anything with that.
Sleep could be super useful. So do we want me to put on a distraction for these wolves here?
I'm down for that.
Fly up on a Muffin and get a better bird's eye view, so to speak. Come on, Muffin, come here.
So I am going to burn a persona point, which will give me my strength bonus to my performance roll, and jump out. Buenos dias, muchachos. 'Tis I, El Pudin Diablo, here to perform feats of strength, the likes of which you have never seen. So let's see what my performance is as I start doing ridiculous feats of strength in front of them. That is a 24.
Well,
Let's see.
That's good.
If they're not impressed, I will be mad.
Impressed or intimidated?
I mean, I could have also done this with Intimidate, and but performance seemed more on brand.
I am juggling logs.
Need more die 20 for this.
Damn wolves are they?
Okay. So,
I will become the most popular professional wrestler among
14.
wolfkind.
14 of the 15 wolves stare at you slack-jawed in wonder as they have no idea what they're seeing. They make no moves to be hostile, but they are confused as hell. Number 15 panics and lets out a very loud warning howl.
Perhaps you would like to see me bench press this boulder. Oha! Look at me lift. I am so strong with my biceps.
And from the inside of the cave, you hear, "Hunters, subdue them!"
There are no hunters here. 'Tis only I, El Pudin Diablo. Friends to the downtrodden everywhere.
Think the negotiations are gonna work, Tony.
Roll
I'm getting.
performance again, because
Roll
now
performance.
you've got 10 new wolves to impress.
Another persona point. That is 22.
Me too.
Oh, never mind. Boy.
Yep, Pudding Diablo is putting on a show tonight, folks.
Yes, he is.
He's on the show.
Okay, you managed to make the earlier one confused again. Okay. The one that warned. Oh, that's bad.
For
Oh,
who?
well. Okay.
My god, they're fans of Stewie the Stomper, aren't they?
Oh my god.
So, the 10 wolves come out, and all of them are kind of mystified at seeing a bird perform tricks of strength. However, you see 2 more come that are not on all fours, they are walking on their hind legs. And they have headdresses on. One of them, I've got to roll this. Which one goes down here? Okay, good. One of them goes, "What are you doing, fools? Subdue them!" And the other one next to him goes, "Brother, stop. Cease this bloodshed. This only gets us into trouble. They are not attacking. We do not attack them back."
I nearly come to entertain.
Bird,
Yeah.
what is your purpose here?
Like I said, my purpose is to entertain and to protect. For it is I, El Pudin Diablo, Feast of Justice, protector of the downtrodden, believer in the one true pudding.
They kind of look at each other and shrug.
Do you know what the best part about playing insane characters is? Everything. Absolutely everything.
What do you mean insane? They're both your characters are perfectly sane.
What universe?
Why are you here? How did you find us?
I came through the woods because I heard that perhaps there were people out here.
You are from the town, then.
I am from many places.
You can see them start to snarl and snap at each other a little bit, getting into an argument.
And guess what? They get disadvantage on insight because I'm a
No, they're
crazy
not arguing.
person.
They're not arguing towards you. They're arguing with each other about what to do right now. You can clearly see one of them, the bigger of the two. You can clearly see the bigger one of the two wants to rip you in half right now where you stand. But the other one is kind of holding her at bay, going, "Don't do this."
Are either of them lawyers or judges?
No.
Just checking.
No, they are not.
Specific.
Meanwhile, Magpie is just watching this scene, like completely unseen, obviously, going in her head. What in Sam hell am I looking at?
And
It's also this time Tiny has switched his sword to his offhand and is readying a throw an axe just in case.
One of those wolves seems peaceful, Tiny. Like they're saying don't rip the dancing bird in half. The other one seems aggressive.
The bigger one kind of does a quick, slow scan across the tree line. Everybody roll stealth.
Oh god.
Okay.
11.
Not 20.
Same.
16.
13.
You're good.
And let me see if he can. Okay, yeah, that's. So you see the bigger wolf just kind of look around and spot, and look directly at Tiny. He goes, "You fool! He has friends!"
Hell.
It's at this point I'll step out, throw down my weapons, and take on a passive pose. We do not seek violence. We only seek a peaceful remedy to the situation.
Which you hear that, and it doesn't cause the bigger one to stand down at all, but it does keep her from immediately charging. And you don't hear exactly what the smaller one is saying, but he's clearly, he's clearly trying to talk her down from immediate bloodshed. It's like, are there any more of you here?
As soon as they say that, Magpie steps out. Howdy, we're friends?
Yuki pops out from the bush. Hello, fellow furries!
Hi. Please. We don't want just yeah.
We just want to know what's been going on, because there's been a lot of weird stuff, and we just want to know. First of all, there's a missing sorcerer. We want to know where he might be. And we want to know why you've been taking, like, leather and sheep and cows, not killing them, but just taking them like kittens, basically.
How do we know we can trust you?
Well,
I am El Pudin Diablo.
I don't think they've heard of you is the problem.
And you can see that the wolves, the 25 wolves in the area, are kind of starting to spread out.
Well,
and they take defensive stances.
okay. Is there a way we can prove you can trust us, that we're not going to harm you?
Roll your weapons down there.
Magpie
Airmaid.
obliges.
So does Airmaid. They drop the staff.
Tiny discards the rest of his weapons.
I will take one of you back and show you what we are doing. The rest of
Okay.
you wait out here.
Okay, which one of us are you going to take?
You
I
seem
can do
like
it.
you make the most sense out of this batch. And he points right at Magpie.
All right. Well, this is a familiar feeling. Name's Magpie, by the way.
I am Bolt.
Pleasure to...
The more aggressive one over here, who is about to snap your arm off if you pointed at her, is Flame.
Pleasure to meet you both.
She just kind of snarls at you. Clearly, she is just barely holding her temper in check. So,
Let's see what's going on.
Bolt waves you into the cave, and you see 4 other wolves that are wearing, like, very crudely assembled leather armor.
Well, now we know what the leather's for. Not bad for a first-time job.
And they kind of flank you as you walk into the cave. So Bolt looks around and goes, okay, first, let me show you the reason we do this. and he takes you off towards what would be the far right branch in this. You can see 4 distinct rooms in this place. 4 distinct paths leading to rooms. Takes you into one, and upon you showing up, there are 3 other wolves in here, not clad in armor or anything like that, but 3 other wolves that immediately jump up and take hostile positions, because beyond them are about 20 pups.
Oh goodness, your babies are purebred adorable.
He kind of growls a little bit he kind of growls at the line, not out of hostility, but we got to make a better future for them.
Oh my goodness, they're so sweet looking. Oh my. Like she's actually tearing up. Like how cute they are.
And then he walks you into he says, those are our future, and he's basically giving those are our future and we've got to protect them. Our way of life up until about 3 months ago was a little too volatile to ensure their survival. But we've learned a better way since.
3 months ago. I think I know where this is going.
So he and the guard kind of usher you from that room. And
Bye, sweeties.
And then he takes you, and the pups are cowering. Pups are clearly afraid of you at this point.
So like she didn't approach them, but she's crying at how sweet and cute they are.
Yeah, but even just her being in the room is
freaked them out a little bit.
They're scared because they're barely. Most of them are under 2 months old.
Yeah, she's starting to see this is an actual society. We can't just bum rush this.
So he walks you into the other side, and they indeed have carved out a huge section of this mountain and turned it into a ranch.
Well, I kind of suspected this. This is pretty dang impressive. I like it.
We do what we can.
Well, what you can is pretty dang good. This is a whole society. You're building a new society.
And he just kind of nods at you and goes, this is what you came to see, isn't it?
That, and 3 months ago did a human that knows magic pop in.
That's our next stop. So, you go into one of the other 2 rooms, and it's kind of got some crates and some other stockpiles and such, much as you'd expect to find in any, castle basement or something, but you're dealing with wolves, so this is still kind of amazing.
Not licking this. I am not licking this.
Lick it.
It's
You
not
must
an
lick it.
actual basement.
You must lick it.
You must lick it good. Okay.
Yes.
So, he points over to one of the walls where they look like crude cave drawings.
Magpie's looking at them very carefully.
So, basically what you see is the cave drawings. Go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay, history. +3 in history, 21.
Okay. Given everything you've heard up until now, you can kind of decipher what happens based on these drawings, because surprisingly the drawings are very accurate to what happened. Apparently, the sorcerer that went missing was walking through, and the wolves jumped him because, wolves do what wolves do.
Feral when he ran it.
when the sorcerer decided to defend himself with a fireball, wild magic surged and ripped and not just disintegrated the sorcerer. Yes, I know you're here. Didn't so much disintegrate the sorcerer, and it took his sentience and dumped it into the wolves that were attacking him.
Magpie's looking at this is like, well, oh god, we're gonna have to tell his brother what happened. You say his brother's still in the village and nobody knows what happened to him and they're worried about him. And while you're technically his children, in a weird sense of the word, oh god.
And you can see that they've kind of turned this guy into a deity.
I can see why.
Because he was the wisdom bringer, as they're referring to him.
Okay.
I'm kind of cutting this down for time's sake, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the general gist of it is that basically he tried to defend himself and the magic went so haywire it basically killed him and gave his sentience to these wolves, making them basically his children in a sense.
He gave birth to a race of furries.
Basically is what basically that's the longest short of it. And Magpie is literally just like crying because this is both amazing but kind of sad because they're gonna have to go back to the town and explain that the sorcerer is dead, but those wolves that have been attacking are his children in a sense, and literally explain the whole situation.
The question is, do the wolves want us to tell the village this?
Yeah, that's the important thing.
That's the next question then.
It's like, look, what we want is to make... We will stop raiding the village as long as they don't come and threaten us.
They don't even know where you are. They're just scared because their livelihood's in danger too, and they lost their town sorcerer. So they're terrified. But it sounds like you're scared too. That's why they sent out...
We originally sent out some parties, some groups gifted with speech, and those parties were shot on sight.
Well, unfortunately, humans can get very scared, especially when their previous interaction with wolves is more, wolves are dangerous, don't touch. So they may not have been willing to give a chance, but maybe we can tell the village that you ain't going to be going near them anymore as long as they don't start tromping and trying to hunt you. Because we may have to tell them what happened to their sorcerer, because this is kind of a big deal. We won't tell them where you are, because I don't think you want to start trade with them.
So, as you're talking about this, he and the elite guard, quote unquote, have been escorting you out of the cave.
Yeah, but obviously she's talking to them and she's, she's probably the most understanding.
At which point, the other wolf snarls, "Traitor! You would dare consort with our enemy?" And she opens up her mouth and launches a blast of flame at the wolf that was walking along with you.
Try to get him out of the way.
And then lunges at you. Everybody roll initiative.
Knew this was coming.
Yeah.
As soon as you said the names, I was like, welp.
Okay.
16.
So she's I'm trying to find my initiative. +4 initiative. 17.
Also 17.
18. Wow.
8.
Why, you dirty backstabbing bitch of a dog!
I mean,
What did Tiny get?
dogs are bitches.
16.
That's why I said that.
Realize, Magpie, you do not have your weapons.
I
No,
don't
but
think
she's still
anybody
at-
does.
Nope.
Well, you got people standing near yours, at least.
Yeah, keep it.
Do you know who has his weapons?
Oh,
El
yeah, who
Pudding
always has these?
Diablo.
Yeah.
Well,
And worst
Magpie
comes to
isn't gonna.
worst- Yeah.
Magpie isn't gonna try and hit the wolf. Obviously, she's going to try to get the other wolf out of the range of the fireball.
That you were caught enough surprised that you didn't have a chance to do that. It hit him full blast, and he is now unconscious on the ground.
Okay, so Magpie is going to dash. And this is her first round, so she gets double. Like, she gets an extra 10 feet.
And
And
attack
she-
of opportunity. What's your AC?
How much does leather armor add?
Leather armor, I believe, is a +1.
15.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's gonna clip you.
Ouch.
I need to I hate this PDF. It feels like it moves everything on me every time I try.
36 hit points, so
See.
hopefully not too much.
Yeah, but basically as you run, she reaches out and takes a good swipe at you and basically rins through you for about 7 points of damage.
I'm down to 29. Son of a bitch.
So all the elite guards are caught off guard and they're just kind of stunned that one of their leaders would attack the other. So they're not moving yet. So you are dashing. So Tiny.
I'm going to charge in and deck the hostile wolf in the face.
I also had a 17 for.
Oh, that's right, you did, didn't you?
Bird first.
Double punch.
Yeah,
Let me,
Ernie's had an
hang
18.
on. Before we do that, I screwed up. Hang on. I did not organize all of these like I should have. I didn't actually put anything in order. I just put numbers next to it.
Whoops.
So we'll just say Magpie. That's what happened with Magpie, and before that, whatever Arameus did.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay, so Erimnes, it is your turn.
All right. So how close is the wolf that burned the other one?
They are about 25 to 30 feet away from you. You're all fairly bunched together.
Okay. I didn't move from where I dropped my weapon, right?
I don't know, did you?
I doubt it.
Yeah, I was say everybody drop your weapons was the last thing. So.
All right. All right. Aramnes picks up their staff and charges at the leader wolf without a plan.
Okay.
What are you doing?
You should be able to move up there and strike.
Yeah. So they strike.
Okay. Roll to attack.
I'm in a different room than I usually am. There's a lot of gray in here. I hit something, and I got a 2.
A 2. You come
Wait,
down with your
Was I supposed to use a D6 or a D20?
to roll to attack. D20.
Yeah, D20.
Oh yeah, I rolled. I rolled a 2.
Okay. So you swing your staff down and Flame just easily sidesteps the blow.
Does my staff
So
catch fire?
Magpie said she was. So I think you used up most of your movement getting up there, because it was about 25 to 30 feet away.
Yeah.
So now you're stuck next to the wolf.
I made a
So
mistake.
Magpie made the run and got swiped for her trouble.
She's still like standing. She's just kind of like irritated.
So now it's El Pudin Diablo's turn.
Give her a good punch, Puddin'. Oh my god, I sounded like Harley Quinn to Joker.
I was thinking it. That was precisely what I was thinking right at that moment. That's why I burst out laughing. So yes, El Pudin Diablo runs up and is going to engage in the fisticuffs. And that is a 22.
Okay, is that a natural 20 or
16 plus 6.
Okay. No, then it's not natural 20. So that attack does hit.
And that is 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
And then for my bonus action, second punch. That is not going to hit because that is 12.
Yes, that your first punch lands solidly on the side of the jaw, but the follow-up, you hit Flame a little too hard, and it caused her to stagger too far out of range, and your follow-up punches where she was. Okay. Now Tiny.
I have a feeling the fact that we're engaging in combat here is going to go really badly for everyone involved.
Decisions to what do we with my
We're
bonus,
gonna die, are we?
bonus action.
I don't think so.
Good.
Anybody got any healing?
Okay, straight up attack. Going in for a slug to the face. Tavern Baller means I do d4 damage when I hit. Not with an 8.
Oh, your haymaker goes over her head. Okay, Yuki.
Okay. So Yuki's gonna charge and try to bite the wolf's leg.
Is this going to be a grapple or just an attack bite?
Attack bite.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oop, nope. Come back, dice. Fine, I got 4 more.
Don't leave me, dice.
I think that I
19.
can relate to that.
A 19. You managed to take a solid glomp onto her ankle.
Alright, where's my d6? There it is. 6. 9.
9. Okay. Okay, now it is Flame's turn. Flame snarls at having been punched directly in the face, and then snarls again at having a set of teeth glomp into her leg. Let's see, she needs... Yeah, it's not quite ready yet. She basically picks up a nearby rock and tries to just bash Okasan over the head with it.
That's not that impressive. I can also do that.
At least it's not a chair.
Okasan's not in this scene. It's just El Pudin Diablo.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
Except the rock, she loses the grip on as she hoists it over her head, and it falls harmlessly to the ground, which she snarls, and her second attack is just a straight up claw to your face. What's her plus? 18 to hit?
18 does hit.
Okay. For 7 damage.
I can math.
And then she runs and summons the elite guard to kind of block the way.
So the elite guard saw that I was friendly and she was the enemy.
Mhm.
It still could go either way.
Maybe.
Mm.
The elite guard. Anybody want to yell out? Anybody want to try to make their case for the elite guard to not stop you?
She attacked Bolt after her.
Oh, just
Roll
for showing me
persuasion.
and Magpie's yelling it too, so I'll roll persuasion as well.
Okay.
Or is it?
And actually, I can do a thing here. Man, this is like the most Moxie points I've used in the game ever. So let's see here. So +6. Wow, that didn't help me. That was an 11.
1.
Okay. So one of the elite guards stands in your way. The other 3 start tending to bolt.
I rolled a 21 to let him know. The
Oh God. Okay, so it would now be Arimness's turn, and you've got a fleeing, fire-breathing wolf ducking back into the caves.
damn it, the pups are in there. There are babies in there.
You got one elite guard standing there, basically with a spear,
Listen,
and you've got 3 elite guards on the ground trying to make sure Bolt's not dead.
like Magpie is begging, like whatever Aramis is doing, Magpie is begging to this guard to listen to her.
Listen to you or to Aramis?
Well, are you gonna try and persuade him?
No. And Aramis is them.
One of the guards says, "Can you heal him?"
No. Wait, Aramis, get your staff and bop him.
Oh,
One of the guards on the ground near Bolt is asking you guys if you can heal Bolt.
Aramis, your staff can heal him. And I can do cure wounds to help too.
I have
Okay,
healing word.
Yes, okay. I have Spare the Dying.
If you have anything that restores hit points, that's healing.
Okay.
Your healing staff.
They've already picked up the healing staff. I don't seem to have healing words, so I guess just use Spare the Dying.
Do you have cure wounds?
I
You do.
don't have cure wounds. I do?
You have
Where?
you have the staff of healing, cure wounds.
The staff of healing can be used to cast cure wounds.
Oh, okay. I'll
Did
do
that
that.
3 times. And I actually have cure wounds the spell, so
Cure wounds and healing word.
Okay.
so Magpie will cast cure wounds on Bolt.
Okay.
What is the spellcasting modifier for a ranger? I forget what stat that is.
Wisdom,
Thanks.
I think.
5 plus 3. She heals for 8.
Okay. I'm going to say we got probably about another 8 hit points out of Arimne's staff. If you cast cure wounds out of it.
Yeah.
As I don't remember what you get out of cure wounds. I don't remember that.
Modifier plus 1d8.
What modifier?
Spellcasting, whatever stat is for spellcasting.
Okay.
For cleric, that is also wisdom.
Okay, so +3 plus. Okay. Where's the D8? Here it is. 4 plus 3, that's 7.
Okay, so Bolt gets 15 hit points restored, and he kind of groggily stands back up. Unfortunately, the flame did leave a mark, and it kind of burned off. It kind of burned one side of his face really, really badly, and he can't use one eye right now.
Oh.
But he's very angry. Where'd she go? Where'd she go?
She went into the cave! The pup!
If you want to help, follow! And he just starts running in there at full speed.
Magpie grabs her weapons and follows.
So is Armnace.
Tiny grabs his great sword and follows.
El Pudin Diablo grabs his fists and follows.
So you're just holding your own hands.
Yes.
Okay.
He's doing the thing where he punches his own hand.
Well,
So,
everybody's grabbing their
basically-
weapons.
I'm guessing Yuki's following too. She grabbed her dagger and ran.
Yep.
Hang on.
Yuki. It's possible Star's been called.
No, I'm right here. Sorry, my mom was talking to me. What happened?
Basically,
So they
we
managed to
healed-
get Bolt back on his feet after Flame started to run back into the caves.
Mhm.
And now Bolt is asking you guys to help him as he runs after her.
Okay.
So we're all going in. Are you gonna join them?
Likely, yeah.
So grab your dagger and go, because we grabbed our weapons first.
Well, dagger and rapier, but yes.
Yeah.
So basically, you guys just kind of trampled the one elite guard that was trying to hold the line, because that's a lot of you versus him.
Magpie just shows over like, get out of the way, you dang ignorant fool!
Not a good day to
And-
be a guard.
You hear Bolt let out you hear a massive snarl come from Bolt. You can tell the two wolves apart by this point. One is higher pitched and one is lower pitched.
Where is the snarl coming from?
The pup's den.
Oh, Magpie is booking it now!
So, what you see when you get there is Flame has about 7 or 8 of the pups. And she's basically going, let me go. I'll start my own group if you're going to work with the humans, you know.
You better not harm a hair on those pups. Like Magpie, like you're seeing serious mode, Magpie. She's like she knows she can't hit with those pups in her hand, but she's given Flame this look of like, if you harm one hair on those pups. Apparently the cat agrees with me.
Yeah, apparently the cat agrees.
He's meowing.
Yes, I know you're down there. I know you're down there.
Which one? Is it Blackjack?
Ruining,
Yeah, it's Blackjack.
Cat
it's
loves
Blackjack.
ruining deep, serious moments.
Hi, Muffin Thief!
So, there's kind of a stalemate going on because it's not quite armor, but it works like armor.
These are pups. Like, guys, we got a problem. She's got 7 of those pups.
If
Like-
only
like-
we had somebody with psychic attacks.
Yeah, wait. I mean, we have El putting Diablo's bad jokes. I don't think that counts.
We have his lice.
Because I thought we did. I thought somebody here had something psychic.
Yuki.
Headland.
Yuki, what's your spell list?
Let me see here. Dancing lights, minor illusion, prestidigitation, healing words, sleep, cure wounds, charm person, disguise self, invisibility, and pyrotechnics.
Sleep! Sleep! Sleep!
Okay. Okay, guess we're gonna try sleep then.
Because you can put Flame to sleep, she'll have to put the pups down, right?
Oh yeah, if she falls asleep, she's just gonna kind of collapse into a heap on the floor. But the pups would be safe.
Probably put the pups to sleep as well.
Not if you don't aim for them.
Let's see, where is it? There it is.
Please let this work.
Okay, let's see. Not sure how I do this.
Hang on, let me pull up my player's handbook real quick.
Here we go. Sleep.
You roll 5 die 8.
Okay, well I got 5 d8s right here.
The total.
Roll them up.
The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect.
20.
20. Perfect, actually. So you mumble the eldritch incantation under your breath, and you're just careful enough with the aim not to catch any of the pups in this zone. But as you cast the spell, you kind of see Flame roars, and you see that Flame is just about to launch a fire attack on all of you. And instead, a massive yawn takes over and just kind of causes her to drowsily collapse on the floor and start snoring.
Oh, let's get this crazy bitch out of here, please. Oh my god. Oh, the pup's okay. Like, Magpie is very slowly crawling to the pups to check on them.
They're scared. They don't know what's going on.
It's okay, little ones. It's okay.
They appear to have suffered no damage whatsoever.
Oh, thank God. They're okay. They're okay.
I'm going to take this moment to put away my sword, get out my hempen rope, and hog-tie this trouble causer. Making sure to wrap it, get a good wrapping around their muzzle as well.
The guards help you out with that.
Meanwhile, Magpie crawls back and checks on Bolt again. Like, oh my God, Bolt, are you okay? Are you gonna be okay?
You can tell he's worse for wear, and he's more than a little bit sad right now because the other leader just turned on him. And he's kind of like, we'll survive.
You poor thing. This is terrible. Your own sister just backstabbed you because she just didn't want a peaceful resolution. You were doing everything a real leader would. You were literally telling us what your goal was, what you wanted to do, and you don't mean any harm. You just want a better life for your kids. Like, Magpie, I'm actually literally crying saying this.
You actually think there's a chance we could reach some type of accord with the men over there?
It will not be easy necessarily, but I think it could be done.
If anything, maybe you guys could be their bodyguards in place of your father.
Yeah.
You
I
think
mean,
they would accept that?
I don't know. I can't say for certain.
All we can do is try.
And
we would be glad to escort you to talk to them.
Yes.
we can do that.
Because we've seen...
We can also act as envoy on your cause, so that so we can present your offer to them, and if they do agree, we can act as guards in case, to ensure nothing happens when the time of the meeting happens.
Just to be safe, I will bring 2 of my guards.
Bring all 4 if you need to.
I want the other 2 on her.
I don't blame you. We can even let them know that the more aggressive of the 2 of you is gone, as far as we're concerned. She won't be a problem anymore.
We could also
Like-
bring like maybe one of the sheep you stole, just like as an offering.
We
Would
do
I
have-
know how much sheep cost?
Yeah, make an intelligence check. I'm trying to think if there's any, because I don't think anyone's versed in merchants.
I am definitely not.
He's not a money person.
I do not know anything about the price of sheep. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I was
Mama
gonna say it
too.
would have to be just a straight intelligence check because nobody here has a merchant background
Yeah.
that I'm aware of.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
I'll try just for the lulz. If she knows, I'll let her say something. Otherwise, no. I'll just say the number. Okay, 8 plus 8 plus 3 11, slightly better.
Yeah, you have no actual idea. You've heard that a good sheep can run somebody 50 to 75 gold, but you have no way to be certain of this.
I ain't a shepherd. I have no damn clue.
So, it's like, well, if you will escort me and help speak on my behalf, maybe we can reach some type of understanding with them. Even if it means we must take everything we have here and find a new home away from them. All we want is a peaceful existence to start over.
Clearly, at least you did. I can't speak for your sister, obviously.
So, I take it you all are in agreement with escorting Bolt and a couple of his guards to the town to have meetings with the
Yeah.
rest of the people?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, with the wolves at your side, you have absolutely no problem whatsoever making it through the woods. In fact, you do so at a pretty fast clip.
Muffin is still
And-
flying over us and walking with us. She's like telling him who Muffin is, and
Yep.
just shooting the breeze with Bolt. Magpie
Bolt
is
is
just
not much for words right now. He's still kind of distraught, and he's
Yeah,
it's not just the fact that he was betrayed, it's the fact that he's got probably the most stressful thing he's ever imagined in his life of coming up.
that's why she's talking to him and just kind of being very friendly. She's trying to basically make him feel a little bit better because she knows that this is not a good day for him. And
So-
she's being very kind, basically.
So you reach town. And the townsfolk see you guys, and then see 3 wolves walking on their hind legs and wearing clothes.
Everyone, don't panic. Boy, we got a tail.
The kids that were playing marbles and hoops and all that run off freaking screaming because they're kids. Which
Magpie has
alerts
her.
most of the town, so the town is now staring at you at a very wary distance.
Everyone, we got a story for you. First of all, you all owe Rockfeather an apology. He was telling the full truth.
So one person says, "Wait, he wasn't just addled?"
Nope. Allow me to introduce your
Featherrock.
lightning bolt. Oh, Featherrock. Allow me to introduce your lightning bolt. This is Bolt, the leader of this wolf tribe. You see, I'm sorry to report your sorcerer is no longer with us, but these are, things due to his wild magic going a little crazy, his children. I know.
Out of the inn, you see Father Merrickson just kind of stumble out after hearing that what happened to his brother is known. And he goes, "What? You know the fate of my brother? You know what
Yes.
happened?"
Yes, what happened was a feral pack of wolves attacked him and he used a fireball, but his wild magic surged so badly that it split him into his sentience and put the sentience into these wolves. And we've been to their tribe. The reason they've been stealing sheep is they're trying to make their own society. I even saw their babies.
They
But
are people like you.
there was a problem. You see, there were technically two leaders. This one is Bolt. He wants to make peace. He's a friend. His sister, Flame, did not. She's the one that hurt him. And she's the one who probably attacked your friend in the end. And she's probably the one who wanted to hurt you, but Bolt didn't. He just wants a peaceful life. Like she's tearing up. She's
Okay. Make a persuasion roll with advantage.
because she's crying.
Well, no, because she's actually got proof that this is a thing, and she's crying.
Let's see. 15 plus where's my persuasion? 17 total.
Okay. The town, the members of the town that were gathering up the pitchforks and torches stand down, and you see Father Merrickson, you see Tillis, and you even see Leonor come out from the inn after hearing this. And I'm just kind of summing up the fact that, yeah, you told them the story from beginning to end of what you ran into over there.
Yeah.
And they're like, so these wolves think like we do. That explains so much. And you hear a voice from the second floor window going, I knew it! I knew I wasn't crazy!
You weren't, they just proved you right!
And Tillis is like, how can you trust them? They're wolves and plotting! And he starts to get into a bluster, and Johann just kind of
Bagpipe kicks him.
Don't you see this all makes sense? This all makes sense. This is what happened to my brother. My brother's magic flared up, and it granted sentience to the wolves you see here. Don't you see? They're not just common dumb animals anymore. We should have seen this coming, shouldn't we? The fact that they actually used intelligent tactics, the fact that they were able to pick our locks without destructive force. We should have seen this, but we were blind.
Something else too. Bolt, please take the floor.
And at this point, I'm just going to kind of speed along because it is very late.
Oops.
We've been going for 4 hours here. I'm going to speed this along and say Bolt requests basically a meeting with the town leaders, and they begin to hash out some type of peace treaty.
Right now.
And after a few hours, it is determined that they request that the wolves return at least some of their livestock, so it stops, so they stop feeling the financial burden of this. In return, the wolves will act as kind of protectors of the forest. And while it may take some time, the wolves will eventually welcome more in town, and they won't have to go hide out in a cave.
Again, Magpie is crying at this. She's so happy. And I think Raven wants...
Father Merrickson walks up to your group with a huge smile on his face. He goes, even though they killed my brother, the ones who killed my brother are not the ones that are here. The ones that killed my brother were wiped away in a surge of wild magic and replaced by what you see here. I cannot be mad at these people. They were dumb animals when they attacked my brother. They are not dumb animals anymore. It's kind of funny. I'm kind of funny that I'm the priest, and yet it's my brother who becomes a god of sorts.
They call him the wisdom bringer, sir.
Yeah, we talked about that at length. Anyway, we have very few ways to show our appreciation for not just ending the financial woes that this town was facing, but perhaps even forging not just a new alliance, but new friendships. Thank you all very much. Here is...
Oh, I do.
And he hands over 2 sacks, basically. You can tell they're just sacks of money. You go, here is the payment, as agreed upon. And here is an extra 200 on top of that for what you've done for us. Now, if you'll excuse me, we have many details to work out with the wolves, and I am sure you are would be very happy to get back to your home as well.
As soon as I stop crying.
And with that, he leaves you to your own devices.
Raven wants to do something.
Yeah, it's going to be. You don't mind taking over this case of that spot, so the party does whatever it does, and eventually calls home to get the teleport back home. So everyone's on their way. When Tiny goes to Magpie, and he goes, Lady Magpie, I know this has been a trying day for you, but I feel I bear a further burden to you. I have told you before how before major events have happened, I have wanted for them to come have appeared in my dreams. It's just the other night when I had one, and I feel it has been addressed to you. A warning of 10 seasons worth of snow has passed. The time to reap the harvest has come.
What? Honey?
I do not understand any of this.
I do. I do. Oh my god. How? Like, she gets this look of like a chilled look, like, honey, that message given to you was a burden. I'm so sorry. Because of me, you had to get it.
I have carried a few burdens.
You should not have to carry mine.
I carry many burdens that have aided me to aid others in defense of what is to come. If this is to aid in a further defense of some threats, it is
Tiny,
worth it.
You are a strong fighter, but when the time comes and this becomes what it is, I want you to stay in the guild. I want you to stay as far away from this as possible. It'll be bad enough I'll have to drag my team into this, because I know I won't be able to get them out of it. But you and your team stay as far away from whatever mission the Bastard Smalls goes on that deals with the harvest. I will not have anyone hurt by that again. Like, you see her, like, one hand is over her chest, like, kind of clawing at it, the other one's in a fist, and she's shaking.
I understand. But at the same time, the guild is strongest when it stands together. You may be the most recent, or if only, expert on the Fae, and if this relates to this,
it does.
I will stand to your opinion on this. But should you ever need aid, there is no one in the guild that will not answer the call.
I pray to God I don't have to call anyone else in the guild for this. It's bad enough I'll have to call on my team. But you can't face this alone. But I will take as few people down as possible.
Understood.
Thank you for your help today, Tiny. You were a big help. And thank you for telling me.
Thank you for allowing me to tag along. It is always a pleasure to work with others. If you don't mind, I feel you could do with a hug. Tiny hugs, Magpie.
She's hugging him back, and she's like blushing again. Like, oh my God. Do any of the other party members notice this? Like,
no, this is a private
no.
conversation.
I am busy
Yuki
juggling
would be
rocks
like
for the town.
I figure Yuki would be like that one scene in Roger Rabbit, the movie theater.
we actually
Just kind of watching with hearts in her eyes. Don't mind me, keep going.
We actually think it's pride, but it's actually Yuki peering around the corner. And
like, yeah, obviously, Magpie's like, thanks, and again, thank you for telling me. Guess I'm gonna have to start preparing for that. First what Shifrost told me, now this. Dang it.
And with that, my apologies for taking over, but I think it's time to bring this session to a close, because this part is 1 hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
Goddamn, hell of an ending.
So, thank you for Sarot for taking over this session, for allowing me to play. No thank you to my fucking dice. Thank you to the players. Thank you for everyone who's watched this far.
You're cutting out a lot there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just assumed it was my internet.
Thank you to everyone. And until next time, be good, be well. Wibble.
And watch out for the harvest.
Let the dark harvest begin!
Mebialok.
This is normal.
Stop it.
Furious, and we ruin it again.
Stop it.
Small.
Stop it recording now.